Hi everybody, it's me, Jonathan. I'm gonna try my best not to cry because I already filmed this and it was slowed down and no audio was being recorded. Yay! So we are doing excellent today. So that was very unfortunate, but we are staying strong and we will record and do this again, hopefully, for a second time. And only a second time. Yeah, so you might hear my cats. They are here around. Let's say hello, Scotch. They were here the first time, so they're very excited that they can spend even more time in this room. But they've been a little bit better, so that is good. Anyways, before I get right into this video, I wanted to talk about something real quick, and that is the Coach Outlet denim drop debacle of 2025. As many people, I have been victimized by this Coach Outlet drop, and I want to share my tragic story in hopes of inspiring others. But I am joking. In all seriousness, I do want to talk about it a little bit and just kind of discuss my thoughts on the matter, but that's not the main focus of the video, but I just wanted to talk about this. Anyways, so as you guys know, Coach has been teasing the denim drop for a little bit, and then it was finally today, you know, it's kind of like that midnight situation. So they had the timer, which is hilarious because then it ended up going to 0 and nothing happened. Like, nothing happened, and everybody was like, is something supposed to be happening because nothing is happening, and I don't understand. And yeah, so after that I was just like hitting refresh, like looking at like different forums, hitting refresh for a little bit because like refresh on the Coach Outlet website, because my thought process on this was I returned the Coach Empire, as you guys know from my video, and I was like, well, I love denim and bags, as you guys know. Some of my most of my most used bags of last year and really the year before have all been denim bags. They just, I don't know, there's something about it that I'm just very drawn towards it. So I really wanted the large Coach Rowan. I thought that was super pretty, and I love the vachetta leather and the denim. It's just a perfect combo, and I do like the monogram on it. So I was like, I'm sold. It looks big, it looks a little squishy. I had the Coach Rowan before, but it was like the mini one, and this was like a couple years ago. It was like an aquamarine turquoise kind of color. I don't have it anymore, primarily because I couldn't really fit anything in it, and it was just a little too structured for me, and I decided to give it, well, sell it. I didn't. To somebody who would actually use it more than myself. But it was a pretty bag. It just didn't quite fit what I like or see in a bag, if that makes sense. And I would rather sell it to somebody who's going to use it a lot more than what I would. So I don't have like the Rowan, I don't have like the Ruby or any kind of like similar-esque kind of bags, or like a Speedy. I don't have a Louis Vuitton Speedy or anything like that, because they're, as you guys know, very commonly kind of compared or lumped kind of together with those ones. So I really wanted to get one, and I was like, you know, clicking, refresh, even, you know, after, and people were saying, oh, it's probably going to get released at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Luckily, I live in Seattle. I do, so the times are a little bit different for me in my favor, to where if it would be 3 a.m. it'd be only be like, you know, like 12 or whatever. So not a big deal for me necessarily. So I was like, okay, that's fine, but I didn't quite trust it. I had a feeling, I was like, I bet they're gonna still just drop it whenever they can. So I was like still like just hitting refresh constantly. And I decided, I'm really tired. I'm a little bit under the weather. So as I went to Taco Bell, and Taco Bell has like their dirty soda, like the Baja Blast, which I I do love Baja Blast, and they had the dirty soda, and I've never had a dirty soda before, and I'm obsessed with it. I've wanted to try it ever since watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which is like a guilty pleasure TV show of mine, and really just any of the like Housewives franchise in general, like the Salt Lake City, Beverly Hills, whatever you name it, I've seen it. It's just like my guilty pleasure kind of show, and I just, um, anyways, long story short, I ended up getting that, and like while I'm getting it, I see like I get a notification. I don't know if it was like Reddit or something, and somebody was like, "You need to buy your stuff now." It's like open. I'm like, of course. The one time I go and leave to do something, like they, release it, and then ended up crashing again, and they brought it open again, and then I bought it really quick while I was on the phone with customer service, because like, well, maybe I can call customer service and see if I can order a bag just through them or something like that, just because I am having all the issues with the website, as were literally everybody. So I think I was still like, please wait for like 10 minutes or something, and then it like popped up on the screen, and I like quickly added it to my cart and like bought it. And then I did see that I was put on back order, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get this bag. And like, earlier in the day, I did call Coach Outlet, because I did notice that some content creators were getting their bags early. I don't really care. Personally, I don't care. If you're able to get it, if you have a good enough relationship with your whatever, your essay, then, go for it. Get the bag. I don't really care. It's a bag. It holds your stuff. I personally don't think it's that serious. But, obviously some sales associates could potentially lose their job, so there's all that kind of drama and stuff. But I ended up calling like the outlets closest to me, which isn't like super close. It is still like a bit of a drive, and the ones weren't holding at least they weren't holding the Rowan, is the one I called about. So I would have had to go there pretty much when they opened to get what little stock that they had. And I am a working man. Unfortunately, I do not have a trust fund, which sucks. So I did have to go to work. So I was like, well, that's not going to work. It's going to be sold out by the time I leave work, because I work, 10, 12-hour days. So I'm like, well, that's not it. So I have to buy it online, basically. So lo and behold, it did get shipped. So it should be here within the week, and I'm planning on doing a little video of it. I know a lot of other people have doing videos and stuff of it. I've never really done a coach drop, if you will, and it was like getting my heart racing for like no reason. The whole thing's kind of ridiculous, and I don't understand why Coach, as big of a company that they were struggling with a drop. But who am I to say? I don't know, but like honestly, I feel like that just in general, even like with LV and Murakami, like what was that disaster about too? Like my gosh. Anyways, sorry, I'll get off my high horse. But be looking out for that video coming at some point, and yeah. And sorry if I have like cat hair all over my sweatshirt. I've been like hugging and cuddling with my cat, so. And for as like hairy as my cats are, I have very few lint rollers. Well, I feel like I buy them and then I lose them somehow, or they're kind of like socks in like the couch or the dryer, where they just kind of disappear. That's how I feel about my lint roll. Hey, you two. Oh my gosh, my children are fighting. So it's kind of like they just disappear, and no amount of brushing is gonna ever save me and the cats, because they're just, anyways, very long-haired. But yeah, that's kind of like a side note, a 10-minute side note. But the video I have today, since I am kind of like a little bit under the weather still, just sleeping, beds, pillows, what better way than do a video on pillow bags, which I do love, and I do have a video somewhere on my channel. It's probably like a year old or something by now, but I kind of wanted to do a compare and contrast. Unfortunately, I moved my computer because I thought I was gonna edit this video, but I am not. I'm filming it again, so my computer's over there, and I have like all the dimensions and specs and everything. So I might just kind of insert, I'll just like insert pictures of like the dimensions and specs of the two bags I'm talking about, which you probably know by the title maybe, or the picture. But I think I'll just do that instead of like rambling off about it. Smart thinking. So I don't have my computer with me in front of me, so I'm just gonna wing it and do the best that I can. Okay, so I will go over the first one and then the second one, which is I have my Moschino and then the Coach pillow tabby, which you guys have seen before. I only have one, but this is my first Moschino bag, my first and only. But I really do love Moschino as a bag. I feel like they're very fun and campy in like a good way. Like, I feel like there are not a whole lot of videos talking about Moschino, like the brand in general, except maybe like the celery clutch bag, which I think is hysterical, and if I had celery clutch bag kind of money, you best believe I would have the celery clutch bag. I think it is just so funny, and I think that kind of went viral a little bit on TikTok and all that jazz, and I think there's like a baguette version or something too. I'm pretty sure, but they have all sorts of fun different kind of bags that are very campy, and I feel like this one is a little campy, but it's also not, to where I feel like I can actually wear this one out a lot more. Not to say that I wouldn't wear a campy bag out regardless of my fit of choice, but I really do like this one a lot. This is the Moschino. It was very hard to find literally the name of this bag anywhere, so I'm going with the Moschino. It's like bubble or balloon letter crossbody bag, and it's kind of hard with the lighting, which I should have probably fixed in this one, but I did not. But anyways, it's like metal, like very heavy duty metal, and it says Moschino, and it's just, I think it's really fun and kind of a fun way to do your branding, so to speak, to where it's not in your face, but it is still a little kind of fun and campy and a little flirty, if you will. So I do really like that a lot. Just going kind of over the details and everything of it. You do have these raised puffy edges. This is all kind of puffy in general. I believe this is Napa leather, but don't quote me on that. I don't have my computer with me. But overall, just like the shape and silhouette of it is quite fun, and definitely, again, a little fun, little added element, but a very simple classic shape that you can wear more on the daily, if you will. Opening it up, we do have magnetic clasp enclosures. I still have the little plastic tape parts on it right there. Again, it's decently thick and padded and very squishy. You do have your crossbody strap with these little grommets. It's decently length. I think it's around 18 or 19 inch draw. Don't quote me on that, but I will insert the picture that you've already probably seen by now on there. And then this one is attached to like the actual bag by the loops right there, as you can see, on the little flap over part. And then it is one big open compartment. These are just like the the care sheet stuff, and then it says made in Italy, and then you have a little zipper pull right here, which I think is kind of fun. It's metal, and then it has like a little leather tip part right there that you can see, and it says Moschino Milan on it, made in Italy, Moschino Milan right there. You have like a little card holder right there, and then a zipper pocket. The zipper pocket goes all the way down, but it does not go all the way across. And then the interior is like a black nylon material in it. The leather, I feel like, feels quite nice, very smooth, very soft, but overall pretty good. And I'm actually able to fit quite a bit of stuff in this bag, like surprisingly so, which I really do love and appreciate. The dust bag it comes with also is very nice. It's very soft. It reminds me of like winter bed sheets, if you will. Just a very cozy kind of cotton, like kind of like if you got like a new sweatshirt or something, and you're just it has that vibe and feeling to it, which I do love. And that just says Moschino Couture, then Milan on it, which fun, which I'm very excited. I get to go to Milan this year, so stay tuned for that content when I eventually go. But anyways, so I really do love this bag a ton. I've been wearing it a lot lately. Again, it's my only Moschino bag, but I just think the brand is fun. The main drawback I do have with this bag is the strap. And what I have a problem with, a lot of times, I guess it's the strap and the flap. A lot of times, when I open a bag, I don't always click it, or at least with this one, sometimes it's not a very natural, like click into place, if you will. I have to kind of like find where the magnetic pieces are. So a lot of times I just don't even think about it, because half the time with some of my bags I don't even really close or clasp it. But I have to with this bag, because if you have it crossbody or shoulder or anything like that, if you can see, it's a little bit different since there's not a lot of stuff in it. But if you don't close it, because the strap is attached to this little flat part, it does pull it back. So all your stuff is just gonna kind of fall out and dump out. So you have to make sure that you do clasp this bag, or else that is going to happen to you, because it would it happened to me way more times than I care to admit. And it can be just kind of a little, of course I'm not having any problems with it now, I'm filming the second time, but sometimes I do have a little bit more harder time trying to find those magnetic pieces to actually secure my bag. But that is really the only complaint I have with this one. Because I am doing Battle of the Bag, so to speak, I do have another pillow bag for you, and that is of course the Pillow Tabby 26, I believe is the number on that one. I had the, was it the 18, the 19, the smaller version, but I did end up returning that one back in the day. It was the green color. I think I have a video on that one too. Just because I could fit literally nothing in that bag. I could fit maybe a dime if I was lucky, and it wasn't like a super tiny bag. It's just because it's so padded you can't fit anything in it, which is a problem I have with the 26. For how big this one is compared to the Moschino, you feel like you should be able to fit a little bit more in it, and the truth is you really can't. Oh, I have little like squishy charms because it's a squishy bag, so ignore that. But anyways, so this one is like, can kind of do a little size comparison right here. So I feel like this is a little bit longer lengthwise, It's a little bit more in width and height. It's just like a little bit bigger in all those, but I'm not able to kind of carry or have nearly as much stuff as I can fit in my Moschino. And the reason being for that is, oh, and it comes with just your like shoulders and then a crossbody strap here, and then this is like the baby blue with the like the Peter kind of hardware. But the main reason why I can't really fit as much stuff is because this one has this very annoying middle section divider that I do not like that tabbies have. It's like one of my biggest complaints about the Coach tabby is that they put this middle divider in, so I'm not able to put nearly as much stuff in it. And the problem with this one is because it is a pillow bag, on top of that, it is very puffy and it's even harder to put stuff in it. Because with these guys, you do have to be a little bit careful what you put in because it's very easy to indent. Just because of the nature of the leather and just the puffiness of it all, it's just a little bit more sensitive on that matter, if that makes any sense. But again, I think this is absolutely beautiful and stunning. Another problem I do have with this one, which I don't think I haven't had any really problem with my Moschino, is this is starting to wear down and break. And I don't use this one nearly as much as I use my Moschino. I usually try not to use this one at all because I've noticed like almost little tears in it now, and I hardly use this one. I baby this one like galore. And let me see if I can kind of like see right there, I have like little things like that over this bag, and I can't like, there's no other bag that I baby more than this one. Like, not even my Hermes Her bag, my Mark Cross Grace box bags, like, I don't, my Coach Row, like literally any other bag that's like 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever times as much as this one, like, I still baby this one more than them. Like, it is absolutely insane, and it's like, nope, I'm going to get little tear marks and all sorts of stuff. I'm just like, oh my gosh. But anyway, so that is like my big problem with this one. I love this one. I love the pillow bag so much. I love the pillow tabby, but it's like the most inconvenient high maintenance bag I own, I feel like. So I don't wear this one out a whole lot just because I like baby it so much and it's still like trying to die basically. So there's that. But overall, I think that my Moschino one is a more of like a daily driver, so to speak, as far as puffy bags go. I mean, you still have to be careful because it is still very delicate leather, but I feel like the Moschino one is a little bit more sturdy than the pillow tabby, which is kind of like the most comparable bag that I have to compare it to, if you will. So that's why I'm kind of doing the battle of the puffy bags. But I will say that I really do like the kind of like the straps on this one a bit more. I like that they're detachable. With any bag, I do appreciate that more. Again, I don't have that whole flap problem. I feel like the closure on this one is just so much better than the Moschino one. I'm not having to like move in and try to find it. I'm not having to like drop my stuff because I didn't lock it kind of thing. And I just, in general, I just like removable straps a lot more than the more permanent ones, even though I can technically remove it. I don't have any like O-rings or D-rings that I can attach anything to with that one. So that's like the one thing that I would say that the pillow tabby definitely has on the Moschino one are those the clasp and the detachable straps that come with this one. So yeah, I hope this was informative, and just wanted to give Moschino some love, just because again I feel like I don't see a whole lot of people talking about it or have very many videos on bags and stuff of them, so I just kind of wanted to share the one and only that I have for right now. And yep. Oh, and also, again, if you're wanting another puffy bag, I have obviously my butterfly. I think this is the smaller mini one that I have, which I do love. This one is even, like, if you want a sturdy puffy bag, you gotta go with the Gani butterfly bag. Like, it is still kind of, it's not as like soft as I would say the Pillow Tabby or the Moschino, but it is still decently soft enough, but you can just feel the sturdiness of this one, and that it's not going to really rip easily or as easily and all that kind of stuff. But the only other problem is that you can't fit a lot in it. Just because a lot of this, as you can see right here, the actual like bag container part of it is smaller than what it actually looks like, if that makes sense, because of these two like puff out or go out a little bit more, so that you definitely can't fit a lot in this one. You can definitely fit more than the Pillow Tabby 18, that's for sure, but you're not gonna get a lot in this one. But it's definitely a more sturdy kind of bag to where you're not gonna have worry quite as much about it ripping or anything like that, if that makes sense. So anyways, that is my ramble. I hope you guys are doing well, and definitely stay tuned and be on the lookout for my Coach Rowan bag upload situation going on. That will be coming out hopefully within a week-ish. It really just depends when UPS decides to deliver my bag to me. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and stay blessed. Ciao.